Hey guys, welcome to another Hunter video. I'm a Night Elf Hunter on the Whisperwind server, and right now I'm just going to talk about some of the benefits a Beastmaster Hunter has compared to everybody who just says Beastmasters suck, survival's better, yada yada yada, Beastmasters aren't viable. You're never going to hear the end of it. Now those people who say that, they probably haven't gone back to Beastmaster since, I don't know, 3.0, or since the big Beastmaster nerf way back when, last year. But now there have been a lot of changes in Beastmaster, and I wouldn't say that they're not viable anymore. There have been a lot of, like I said, buffs, and I'm just going to talk about some of the benefits a Beastmaster has now and pretty much always have had. Beastmasters, they shoot fast. So with Serpent Swiftness, they shoot 20% faster, and with all the other haste items, Beastmaster Hunters, their shots don't do very much damage, but they shoot a lot faster. And so you hear a lot of people saying your shots do under, let's say, 1k in PvP, or I've never seen your shots go over 5k in PvE. Well, it doesn't matter, because if I shoot twice as fast, it doesn't matter if I shoot 4k shots. When you shoot 5k, I can shoot the 4k twice as fast. Now in terms of rating, which is what I'm going to focus on, the one of the benefits is your pet will be stronger than any of the other two Beastmaster or any of the other two Hunter specs. And because of that, let's say in fights such as in Naxxramas, Sephiron and Grobulus, these are two fights where you have to run around a lot, where you can't stand and just shoot the boss like you want to. Grobulus, when you get the debuff to put the poison on, you have to run away, and in Naxxramas or in Sephiron, you have to stand behind the ice block. Both these fights, during that time, your pet, since it's about 40-45% of your DPS, it can continue DPSing during that time. And what that means is that you're still DPSing a good chunk of your DPS, and that helps you when everyone else isn't attacking. It just makes you do more damage. Another thing that a Beastmaster has is the Beast Within and Bestial Wrath. What these does is for 18 seconds you can't be CC'd no matter what. Now there are a few bosses that will ignore this, that will still stun you or fear you or whatever, but most of them, I would say 85-90% of the CC skills that a boss has, and CC, if you don't know, it's crowd control, what they have, these two skills will ignore it. Bestial Wrath makes it ignored for your pet, and the Beast Within makes it ignored for the hunter. So let's take King Yimron from Utgard Pinnacle as an example. When you fight him, he will stun the entire group at least 4 times, well actually 4 times in total, to get the skills from each one of the bolts that is in his room. Well, with Bestial Wrath, if you use it, then what that means is if you use it at the right time, you can ignore 2 of his 4 stuns. And not only that, you're continuing to DPS King Yimron while everyone else is stunned. So you could be taking off about 10% of his health while everyone else is just standing there doing nothing. Now this could be used in a lot of other places, like say Araya and Alduar, when she fears everyone, or let's say in Trial of the Crusader or Trial of the Champion, where you have a whole bunch of fears, a whole bunch of stuns, and overall it's great for fights where there's a lot of CC from the bosses or from anywhere, and you want to get out of that and continue DPSing. Now some people who have the Recount add-on, which is a damage meter, what they do is they don't usually merge the DPS of the pet and the hunter. And so let me just speed this up. Pew 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 pew. There. As you can see, my pet did 900 DPS and I did 1600 DPS. Now this is on the training dummy unbuffed. This means that my pet does about half, more than half of my DPS. And when you don't merge it, then you're gonna see a big drop in my DPS. Now you may think this isn't so bad, but if you have 25 other people, that means I'm gonna be somewhere near the middle or at the bottom, and my pet is gonna be at the very bottom, and so all you're gonna see is the 100 DPS, not the pet. And when you merge them, that's 2400, and that will be a lot more, 50% more than what it actually is without merging the pet. Now this is one big problem with people who have Recount, who don't know how to use it, but like to talk shit. Now there are some other things, such as I do a lot of training dummy tests, and people say you only do 3k damage on training dummies. I do 4k in my 25-man raid. Well, actually, training dummies means I'm not using any buffs, no buffs whatsoever. You know, in fact, right now I don't even have aspect of the Dragonhawk on. But besides that, if I do 3k damage unbuffed and you do 4k or 5k damage with full 25-man buffs, that says a lot more about you than it does about me, because you know I will just do a little more DPS than you because I'll have full buffs. You gotta realize that 25-man or any raid buffs or heroic buff damage versus training dummy damage is completely different. Now, I've gotten a lot of people telling me that they have been kicked or they weren't invited to raids or heroics because they were Beastmasters. And I say screw those people, because they obviously don't know about Ferocious Inspiration. It's one of the best raid buffs out there. It increases everyone in the raid's damage by 3%. Now, if you think Beastmasters do low damage, then you gotta take 3% of every single person's damage and add it to the Beastmaster for him not being there. Because it's very rare to get an actual percent increase of actual damage, and that's what a Beastmaster has. So next time you think that a Beastmaster doesn't bring anything to the table, think again. Now I get a lot of comments about saying, just go survival, you suck, Beastmasters suck, go change your respec. Well, I think that's along the lines of saying, you don't like a mage, re-roll. That's a thing. If you love playing your class and it's fundamentally flawed, why should I re-roll? I'm gonna give suggestions and try to make everyone work around it and enjoy the class that or the spec that they like to play. And if you really are bothered by it, see my website, tribunalxhunter.com. There's a donate button. Give me enough money to play WoW and the money for me to spend my time to play WoW the way that you like, then I'll be happy to respec. Until then, I'm gonna stick with my spec. And now I'm gonna show you a damage meter from 10-man Trial of the Crusader. And you can see this is why people should use damage done for the damage meter instead of their DPS. In most cases, like in this one, someone who has higher DPS could have done less damage. What that means is they could start fighting, do all of their DPS, and pop all the cooldowns in 30 seconds and then die. They will have more DPS, but they'll be in the fight for less time. And so what that means is that they are not going to be doing as much damage or contributing as much to the fight. This is a good example. One person survival hunter has 35,000 35k DPS. I only have 29. But the thing is, I do 4 times the damage of him. And so remember, use damage done and not use DPS. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Till next time.